countries, at least Western European countries, are not able actually to conduct diplomacy. We see it in case of Russia. Russia-Ukraine crisis. To some extent, or to a large extent, this crisis was actually caused by the European and American refusal to conduct diplomacy with Russia, because Russia was asking for diplomatic solutions for many years. They were refused. So, and the very, I would say, rejection of the concept of diplomacy is reflected in this human rights foreign policy. Of course, you can do some good things for people abroad if you really care about their fates and if you feel that they suffer and that they shouldn't suffer. But if you do it without diplomacy, and if you choose the path of preaching, you do nothing for them. You may do something to get your own moral self-satisfaction, how good you are that you care about them. But you do nothing practical, because the people, because the governments on the other side will be necessarily offended. And it will not be, it doesn't want to be seen to act under pressure of someone in the West who in the past committed many crimes and who now preaches about human rights. So for me, the starting point is always diplomacy. It's, whether we speak about the questions of war and peace, which was the traditional topic of international politics, or whether we speak about human rights, start with the diplomacy. And then you can do, I believe, you can do many sensible things. If you give up on diplomacy, then you can have war, or you can have Cold War or isolation, or the fact that your pleas, and the pleas may be reasonable, are ignored because you are seen as someone who is intrusive, who is hypocritical, and who actually doesn't want to, and who doesn't want to really improve the things.
From the academic literature, I thought it was fascinating that from the 1990s, they began to speak about the European Union and NATO as socializers. And it was a bit because of the experience in Central and Eastern Europe. That is, if the countries wanted to join the EU and NATO, they had to fulfill some criteria based on good governance. And then they embraced this idea, oh, we are socializers. But under this premise, there's no more, the diplomacy takes on a very different form, because traditionally you have two states